What's up, guys? My name is Elian, also known as the Bearded Bear, and today I'm going to be doing a little side project on the Toyota FJ, known as Fiji, aka Ella's car. I'm going to show you what we got here. As you can see, her car has this push bar with a light that already came with the vehicle. It's pretty good for what it is. A little rust here and there, but it's a late model Toyota. I have some mounting holes that I want to take advantage of right here to install. Sorry about that. Some new NiLight, just running lights for her to be able to drive around in the snow, which we've been getting a lot of this year, and hopefully these help. I do already have a light set up. Do not mind the mess. She works on a farm, as you can see. But here is the button. We already have a light bar, and this is the button for the spotlight. It is a dual button, and it fits. It's awesome. So I just got to pull this out, the radio out. I'll be able to get to the harness for the signal, and I'll be able to run all the wiring. It should be pretty straightforward. I gotta do a little cleanup here, but it's the winter, it's been getting dirty. Thankfully, these Toyotas are super easy to work on. There's literally just like a 12 millimeter up top. My ground is literally just this body ground right here, and I already have the other relay set up right there. I'm probably gonna just run it exactly the same as this. Run the signal wire the same way that I ran the other one, and we should be good to go. Let me get the lights mounted up. Like I said, I'm going to be using the existing holes. I'll probably end up moving them and drilling holes like right up here at a later date. It's not really needed right now, but at some point we are going to be doing a winch setup for this vehicle. So ideally I would prefer the winch be behind this grill, and that's a topic for another day, but let's get this started. All right, so slight change of plan. I busted out my Ryobi stuff. Don't make fun of me about Ryobi. It works for what I need. I'm not a professional. I just DIY. It works. I decided to mount them on here. I got the step drill bit out, drilled it out to a 9, and it fits perfectly. The ball comes up. I just have to kind of line them up, finish up the mounting, and I'll show you how I'm gonna route the cables. So the cables come out this way. I'm thinking I'm either gonna do one of these jammies and then like tie them together and then bring it down this way using the channel and then in through the grill behind, like right through here. I think that'll be clean because the other one I have right there running down underneath the vehicle. So shouldn't be too bad to get it up here to the battery. But yep, that'll be the next thing you guys see is me routing that cable. I will spare you me drilling this out because it's a bit of a pain in the butt. All right, well, with a little effort, as you can see, they've been mounted. I change of plan. The bolts I had were a little too long, supplied by NiLight. You can see them here. They stick out quite a bit. So with that extra length though, they just couldn't go through here because they would hit the actual light bar that's already there. So adjust, plan, conquer, we're at that point. So I've moved on and I've started routing the harness. It is a dual light harness. So it'll work perfectly for each spotlight. As you saw before, I have a spotlight button already installed, and all I need to do is run this white wire to the button. I have some clips already in there where there's no crimping or anything. It's one of those, I forget what they're called. It's like an easy lock kind of thing. You lift, stick the wire in, clip, done. It does come with like a split harness already from NiLight, which is nice that they provide it. Sorry for the noise, cars. But yeah, it's a toggle switch, on off, and then a split harness. So this harness would connect to this harness and Bob's your uncle. But the problem is feeding it through the firewall. And I'll show you what I did on the light bar to get these wires through. I'm gonna have to do the same thing. It's a bit of a pain. I'll do that off screen, but I'll show you what it is. So on the FJ next to the ABS brake master cylinder thing unit, there is a grommet which I was able to use. This grommet did not feed any other wires. It was literally just a dead grommet going through the firewall. It comes up above where the brake pedal is. I'm gonna try to utilize the same grommet. Hopefully I can pass them through. I don't really have any other options. I'll take a look, but I don't really want to get too close to the motor either, just for heat. I need to wash this thing, but yeah, that looks like that's gonna be our solution this time. I'll see what I can do. All right, so I didn't want to leave you guys hanging, but you know, they're aftermarket versions. But these are the clips I was talking about, where strip the wire, twist, put them in, press, and they're permanent. Like, they ain't coming out. Shake them, do whatever you want. They're called Wago connectors. I got them off Amazon, and I've had zero problems. She goes off-roading with this thing, constantly going back and forth to work, and that spotlight has not had an issue. But I've run the wires through where I said I would. Here it is, coming out here. I'll make sure I clean it up and, you know, tighten it up and whatnot. But let me show you the channel. As they come up, they're gonna meet. Oh, sorry. As they come up, they're gonna meet this. I'll get the connectors all buttoned up. These will actually use spade connectors, so they can connect to these. They're not great. I'm eventually gonna have to replace them because water tightness and whatnot. I will heat shrink to try to help, but I'm gonna utilize this channel to tidy up basically the cable. Right now it's really loose. I'm just kind of wiring for right now. I haven't even started this yet, so we'll get there. All right, so I got a little cleanup to do, but lights are mounted. I've run the relay with the switch. I need to mount this down where the other relay is, but for testing purposes, I've connected up the switch and they work. Looks good. Let's do it with all of it on, huh? Give me a second. Are you ready? Light. Let there be light. All right, we're gonna be good for this blizzard that's coming towards the northeast. All right, guys. Update. Sit rep. We already know. Mount it up. Wired up. I still gotta clean up and like zip tie here. We're almost done, but it is through the firewall and we're wired up inside. Let me take. What? That's the old switch. Ella has joined me. She's back from work. Oh, wow. So hit the light bar so we can still see that it works, and then the button underneath it. Almost like I know what I'm doing. Sorry I didn't show you the process of wiring. If you want an in-depth tutorial on how to do this kind of thing, I'll write up a how-to. These things are pretty straightforward. I'll give you a quick and dirty right now. And you need a positive, you need a negative, and you need some kind of fuse on your positive, okay? Yeah, turn the lights off. A relay will control the high voltage, okay? That's what the battery power is. going to your lights. As you know, the wiring to the lights, okay? To make that switch happen, you need the power and negative going into the relay. And then these wires are the switch wire. In this case, it's just the white wire that's the actual switch, okay? The red and black are for illumination. I'm not using them because I'm pulling illumination from, there's an illumination circuit behind the radio. I'm just using that. So that's what those wires are. I ran them for future purposes, but white wire is the important one. So you run it, you run the switch wire over to your actual switch. Do you have the, hold on. This will act as our switch, okay? You turn it on, as you can see, well, you can't see them, but you turn it on, it'll, I believe it is this one that would be the switch, letting it know, oh, hey, I'm on, and then off will basically cut the circuit and no longer on. That comes over, gives the signal to the relay says, oh, I need to turn on, sends power to your lights. That's the super basic, high level, how a relay situation like this works. Literally any of your stuff, your fans, your lights, cars just run off relays. You don't just run things to a switch straight to power, because that's how you blow things up and cause fires. So you need a relay array, a relay wiring loom, whatever the hell you want to call it, circuit, and you want to do things safe. Mine's a little, it's a little quick and dirty, but it is what it is.
I hear a brother. I hear a bike.
Oh, we hear a brother. Well, it's not a brother, it's a brother. But that's it. We're done with the FJ for now. That is my mini project checked off the list. The exhaust will be on Ella's channel because she's going to be helping me with that one. I had time to do it today, but I didn't want to do it without her. So
I'd be a sad noodle.
She would. After that, we do have the awning for the actual tent, and I think that wraps up all of our projects aside from the winch.
I just need a bumper.
Yeah, we were talking about what we're gonna do to mount the winch. I don't particularly like the mount. That's part of the reason I moved the lights up, because we're gonna need a plate that goes in to mount the winch back far enough, but I don't think we have enough room, so I think we need a heavy duty bumper. So we're gonna start looking into that and decide what we want to do. Money is an issue because modifying is expensive, and we'll get there. Hopefully you guys can help us with that. Maybe I'll put a little donation box or something. We'll figure it out. But thanks for joining me. Thanks for joining us. Joining me. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you guys next time.